Okay, I just heard on the radio that we send $40 million a week to the Taliban. $40 million a week to the Taliban. Now, how much do we send a week out to North Carolina to help them get back to life as normal? How much are we sending out to Hawaii? How much are we sending out there? Not that, unless we're a socialist country, should we be sending a lot everywhere, I guess. But one thing about it, when you send $40 million a week, one good thing about it, I don't believe you can audit that. I don't think you can find out where all that money went. I just wonder if by chance any of that possibly may be making its way back into some political party, or possibly a candidate, or somebody in Congress, or somebody like that, or all of the above. I just wonder if any of that money that is our tax dollars that we're taxed on and we're going in debt for continuously, because the people that make millions of dollars in Congress can apparently manage their finances really well. I mean, they go from, less than a couple $100,000 a year salary to millions of dollars. Just look at Pelosi and people. Man, they're able to manage and invest that money just remarkably. It's just remarkable. But for some reason, they can't balance a budget that they were hired to do. They can't do that. Some reason, they're incapable. And I understand, some of them haven't been there that long. Well, Pelosi and them have been there since like the 80s. And of course, Biden too. And I'm not sure what they sell, but boy, they've made millions of dollars. They sell something, I'm not sure what. I'm being facetious, of course. I know what they're selling. Influence. And you can't tell me that somebody that makes a deal with a Taliban leader and says, we're going to send you $40 million a week, as long as a couple million of that goes into certain accounts. Yeah, it just blows my mind when I heard that today, that I knew we were sending money to Ukraine, which is essentially the same operation. It's a way to, the mafia doesn't have anything on Congress, anything on our government. They don't have a thing on some of these folks, not at all. They don't have a thing on any of these folks. They are junior league compared to, I remember watching the Godfather movie years ago when Al Pacino told his wife, because she was like, well, he's a senator. They're not involved in all this crime like you guys. He said, man, look who's being naive now. And he was so right. Hollywood tells you what's going on. And there were some other scenes where the senator gets in trouble and, whatever. Yeah, he gets compromised. We have a lot of that still going on, and has been going on for some time. I'm telling you now, a lot of that money ain't going to the Taliban so they can plant groceries, in the field for themselves. They're not planting seeds to have groceries from their crops. They may be growing some poppy seeds to make some heroin or coke, whatever. What is it? I'm not sure if it's coke. I'm not a drug dealer, so I don't know. I know in Peru they grow a lot of whatever goes into cocaine. I think the poppy seed is mainly for heroin. And I believe at one time I had heard that Afghanistan and that area over there was like very astute at making poppies a good enough cash crop to make some good money. That would be apropos, wouldn't it? Send them $40 million a week. They kick back a couple million to whoever over here, and then grow a bunch of poppy seeds so they can make a bunch of heroin and different things to import over here, and we let them in the country, and we get a kickback from that too, from some of the dealers, and I say we, whoever's in charge of that. Man, this blows my mind. 40 million a week. Get your little calculator out and calculate what that comes to per year. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 40 million a week to the Taliban, who we fought as adversaries for how many decades? 2 decades or something? Yeah. And then we give them a bunch of equipment by bailing out of Afghanistan too quickly and lose 13 people in the process. 13 of our servicemen and women. And for what? Leave a bunch, like $80 million in equipment there, which really, comparatively, they could buy that in 2 weeks, right? Man, that just blows my mind. So just know that. Just wanted to let you know in case you hadn't heard that. I was listening to Tim Burchett on a radio station this morning, and he's a congressman from here in Tennessee, and he was talking about he's trying to get a bill passed to stop that. Do you think? Oh my God, people in North Carolina and Hawaii, I hope y'all are listening. I hope y'all don't continue on with the status quo, however you've been electing people to represent you. Because we have the same issue. Every state has it. You know, right around election time, everybody that you voted for is going to start, they're going to start posing and getting in order and talking about what they're going to do for your state. No, we need to amend the Constitution and get rid of recall the 17th Amendment and the 16th Amendment. 16th Amendment would get rid of all, us having overabundance of tax dollars in a big bank account. It doesn't look like it because we're in debt, but that's because people are doing that on purpose and spending all our money and buying votes with it and everything else and getting rich off of it while they can, because the plan is, if it's a Cloward pivoting strategy, is to overload the system so it'll all fall, and then all of us people here will go, oh, government, come in and help us, save us, please. Give us your solution. You're so good at it. You're so good at it. You're the one that brought all this destruction. You brought all this. Oh, yeah. Even out in California, I heard today, that they don't have water in their fire hydrants. Why? They manage everything so great out there. It's a great state. Gavin Newsom, oh boy, he's awesome. All those folks out there are awesome. They just know everything about the environment. Yeah. Oh, no. It has to be those wascally Republicans someplace that did that. Not that they're any better. A lot of those rhinos and different people. There's just a very few conservatives. I mean, I've seen videos from like the 50s and 60s. They were talking about this same issue, but the Bushes and, coming in and trying to get into where they were, George Bush Sr. getting into office, and he's pretty much was a liberal back then, and they still are. And I can't believe I voted for him, but I didn't have very much choice when you vote against somebody like Gore or Kerry. Same way with voting for McCain when you're voting against somebody like Obama. Trump, I didn't know what to think about him, but, I initially wanted Cruz, but, when Trump started being Trump, I could tell that actually he was the only one that really was going to take on somebody like a Hillary Clinton. If we'd had anybody else running, we'd still be under Democrat rule, probably already be communist. I mean, probably so. Obama would have had his third term back in 2016. He got it in 2020 because somehow 20 million extra votes appeared from somewhere. Of course, anybody you talk to without any sense will tell you, oh, there wasn't any fraud. No, there wasn't no fraud. No. Those 20 million people, they just, I guess they all died from something else that happened soon after 2020, I guess. You know, where people were trying to mandate certain things. Maybe that's where all those 20 million extra folks went. I don't know. Who knows? 40 million a week, folks. I want to say have a good day, but man, it's difficult. January 20th cannot happen soon enough, and I don't know if that's even going to solve everything. It probably won't. At least it may slow things down.